As many people prepare for social restrictions to remain in place for the rest of the year, there's one country taking the opposite route. All eyes are on Sweden, which has decided to have no lockdown at all, except for the most vulnerable. So, are Swedes playing the smart game, or are they simply courting disaster? Gabriel Gatehouse has been there to find out.
Stockholm feels like a parallel universe, where life, as we all once knew it, continues as if unchanged.
I think there have been a huge overreaction in most countries around the globe. They're doing the wrong thing. That's what I think. They should be doing more like Sweden does.
Government advice is this: keep your distance, and if you feel sick, stay at home. The priority, to protect the elderly and the vulnerable. But otherwise, Swedes are free to do almost all the normal things that, to an outsider, now feel dangerous. Trust is at the heart of the Swedish strategy. Social distancing measures are requested, not dictated, and in return, most citizens, more than 75%, according to a recent poll, have faith in the authorities' approach.
I think to great parts we have been able to achieve what we set out to achieve. I mean, Swedish healthcare keeps on working, basically with a lot of stress, but not in a way that they turn patients away. What has not worked out very well is our death toll. And that's very much, I mean, it's partly due to the strategy, but not really very much. It's mainly due to that our elderly, or homes for elderly, have not been able to keep the disease out.
Today, the Public Health Agency estimated that by the end of the month, a quarter of the capital's residents may have been infected with Covid-19. Progress towards herd immunity? Perhaps. But the truth is, no one knows the real numbers. I've spoken to a doctor who works with Covid patients at a hospital here. He didn't want to appear on camera, but he told me, "I'm afraid." He said, there are so many things that we don't know about this virus. Why are they taking this risk? They're gambling with people's lives, he said, and they're gambling with the lives of those who are trying to save lives. Compared to Sweden's neighbours, the numbers don't look good. Deaths from Covid here are 3 times higher than in Denmark and 6 times those of Norway and Finland. Those countries have imposed strict lockdowns.
I think it's too early also to say is a lockdown good or bad, because many countries are now having a discussion within the political sector, but also in the whole society. Should we lift the restrictions? In what way? What will happen? That is not a debate in Sweden, and it's not something the government is preparing for. We are not lifting any restrictions for the moment.
If lockdown is a treatment that's being trialled globally, then Sweden is the control group. This is not about going out and getting your hair done or meeting your mates down the pub. This is about whether the course the rest of the world is on is sustainable or even beneficial in the long term.
I don't think we'll have more deaths. Come back 1 year from now and I think we'll have the same proportion of deaths.
But this is a hunch?
It's likely.
It will be some time before we know whether this hunch is proved right. For now, it does feel like a big gamble.